Let me grab my laptop. Hey Grayson, I knew you was gonna be here. Hello, welcome everyone. How was the birthday party? Oh, I'm gonna have to charge my laptop. Can you guys hear me? Oh, good, good. Nice. Okay, let me grab my charger for my laptop real quick. Right back. Oh my god. What happened? Oh my god. Oh, hold on, you guys. Shoot. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Sorry. I just announced on social media that I'm officially retired. Retired from what? You officially retired from what? Making music. Oh, dang. Okay. I guess. You know, you're retired for now, but I feel like God will call you back to music. It'll just be more of a cleaner version of music. If you haven't already. Like if you did a lot of cussing and stuff like that in your songs, then yes, it's good to retire that and start something new. Yo, what up, female aunt? How you doing? Matt, bye. Hello everyone that's coming in. Welcome to my channel. My name is Monica. I am the co-owner and founder of God's Chosen Hair Care. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. That's your dad's name? Matt, that's like a funny. And if you guys have not liked the chat, go ahead and like the chat for me. Thanks in advance. Thank you so much. Welcome to everyone that's coming in. Where's everybody watching from? Grayson, I already know where you're watching from. Everybody else, drop where you're watching from. Also, too, drop your Instagram because I'll be following everybody back on Instagram. So drop your Instagram if you have one. That's crazy, Matt, is your dad's name. Hello, everyone that's coming in. Welcome, welcome. That's a lie. I don't... Okay. That's funny. Wait, so your long lost dad. So like you never like, did you grow up with your dad or no? Did you grow up with your mom and dad or just your mom? I don't know if, okay, so you, I don't know. Well, if you are, I mean, that's what's up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Everyone that's on here, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel. Yeah, he left when I was 9. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, whoever's on here that has not subscribed to my channel, you guys go ahead and subscribe. Yeah, that's like my dad. My dad left when I was, well, my dad left when I was 3 months old. Yeah, I don't know where my dad is either. I know. I don't know if my dad's alive either. I don't talk to him. I do not talk to him. I don't talk to him. You look you just like I do not look like Sexy Red. That is a whole lie. I do not look like her, Graham. And you know that. I do not look like her. Please. Hello, everyone that is tuning in. Welcome. You guys, don't forget to hit that like button for me, please. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That's crazy. You said I look like Sexy Red. Please. I'm happy you didn't, Grayson. I'm happy you didn't make a song with her. Because that song probably would have been trash. I'm not even going to lie. Not even going to lie. What is everybody up to? Drop where you guys are watching from. Where you guys are watching from. Any negative, inappropriate comments is getting removed. If you start being crazy, I'll go ahead and block you. But I'm just removing any negative or inappropriate comments. So please come on here, chill. This is a chill vibe, chill environment. Ain't got time for the stupidity. Don't got time for it. I just got home from work. I'm chilling, vibing. Take that somewhere else to somebody else's live because I'm not dealing with it on my live. Thank you. Don't got time for that. Do not got time for that. Thank you so much for the like. I appreciate that. These dishes are okay. These over here, they're clean. They're on my counter. But you're right. I do have some dishes in the sink and I will get to my dishes. But I just got home from work. Trust me, I'm on top of my dishes, okay? And the only reason why my dishes are on my counter right here is because I don't use my dishwasher. So I hand wash my dishes and I put them on the counter so they can dry. And then once they dry, I put them up. And I was just about to... You funny, Grayson. You funny. You funny. Is there anything else, MZs, that I need to do? Anything else you see in the background that I need to do? We accomplished the dishes. Anything else? Anything else you see? Do I need to repaint my cabinets? Do I need to take care of that microwave? I mean, what else do you see in my background? And you know, a lot of people, they hide their background. I'm not hiding my background. And people hide their background for that exact reason. I had planned for March through September. Okay. You gonna go on tour, Grayson, just not with Sexy Red or that type of music genre. You're gonna go on tour with, you know, different people. Glory to God. I don't hear the African ceiling birds, so you finally changed the smoke detector battery. Let me tell you something. I hate the sound of a smoke detector going off when the battery needs to be changed. So you ain't never heard my smoke detector going off and whenever I come on live, because that's so irritating and it's ghetto. And so I did not change it. because it's never was beeping. And when it does start to beep, I instantly change it. I'll call maintenance and they come and they give me a new battery because that sound is so ghetto and it's so, like I can't do it. The beep beep it just annoys me. Or when people are in the car and they need to put their seatbelt on and their little alarm is going off because they didn't put their seatbelt on, that's annoying too. It's just a pet peeve. I don't like that. So you ain't never heard that going off. Nope. Bless me. Not in my house. Nope. I need everything functioning. I need everything working. I need everything up to par. I don't want to hear unnecessary sounds at all. I've been in too many people's houses where they got the smoke alarm detector going off, and it's so, I always tell them, you don't want to change that? They're like, oh no, girl, because I smoke. And I'm just like, man, but that's so annoying. I'm like, that don't annoy you? Shoot. But I'm going to just try to forget I was famous. Grace and bye. Thank you guys so much for the likes. I appreciate that. Or for the hearts. I appreciate that. Grayson, you're going to be famous, but for God. You're going to be lifting up Jesus' name. Not your name. It's all about Jesus and his name. And God is going to use you to push the kingdom of God in the music industry. Okay. So. My day was good. It was good. Thank you. You too, MZs. Have a good night. Take care. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Please go ahead and subscribe. Yeah, my day was cool. I slept in a little bit. I was going to go on live around 12, but my throat was a little bit off. So I just kind of slept in, rested, and then went to work. And then now I'm here. But overall, today was a good day. It was a good day. I'm about to make some tacos. And I know it's late, but I want to put something solid on my stomach. So I'm gonna make some tacos real quick. I just want to get on live for a little bit and get back on my routine. Oh, you was at home all day. Hey, well, it was raining. At least out here in California, it was raining. I need to update this because it says there's only one person, but there's do you have school tomorrow? You didn't have school today? Because I know you said you were 16. Let me see some. Okay, nice. You do homeschool. That's what's up. I could tell it's really because if someone don't like me, who knows what they would do. I know that's right. That is very true. That is very true. Very true. But you know, we don't fear no man. We got God with us, so we're not fearing man. You know. So glory be to God. No offense, but is that a wig? Yes, it's a wig. I mean, that's not offensive. I mean, some women do get offended by that, but beautiful. Thank you so much, Noob Shot. Jay Brown, hello. Hello, how's everybody doing? Let me know where you guys are watching from. Um, where you guys are located at. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you so much. Everyone that's coming on, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. I'll try it. It was me coming on every night, but I kind of got off balance. Okay, from Miami, that's what's up. I kind of got off balance, but so I'm gonna try to be on every night around this time for vlogsgiving. So every day this month I'll be going live. Kansas City, I just subscribed. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's what's up, Kansas City. What the heck happened to you? James, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? In Kansas City, that's West Coast, right? Kansas, isn't that West Coast? Or is that Midwest? By the way, Jay, the KC Chiefs suck. No, they don't suck. He probably is not even a fan of them. No, that's the middle of the USA. Oh, okay. All right. Courtney, Martin, what's the numbers for? Kansas is in the middle of the country. Oh, okay, I see. All right, my bad. So yeah, that's Midwest, right? No, just asking what the heck happened to you. But what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean what happened to me? Look, he said, okay. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Why you say that? What makes you say that? What makes you think I'm not okay? Okay. OMG, thought you was a man with a wig. Oh my gosh, Alex. Are you serious? You thought I was a man with a wig? Oh. If I'm a man with a wig, you're a man with a woman's name. And you act like a female. Coming on here trying to start some drama. That's what catty girls do. They hate on other girls and they talk bad about them to be mean girls or whatever. Guys don't usually do that unless you a puss. I don't want to call you that because, you know, we God certified over here, you know. Oh, James, so you should have just said that. He doesn't like women. I could tell. It's more like women don't like him. That's why women don't like him. That's why he disrespects women, because he can't get one because, you know, for whatever reason. I ain't hating on you. I'm just asking what the... If you think there's something wrong with me, there's an X on the top left corner or right corner, wherever you're watching from. And you could go to somebody else's live where you think they're all together. Twin, I couldn't tell you was a woman until you spoke with your angelic voice. How you gonna call me twin? You know, when somebody calls somebody twin, it's because they look like that person, or they, you know, they got resemblance. Like, there's a guy at my job, I refer to him as twin because he really reminds me a lot of myself. But you talking about, you thought I was a man with a wig. Like, Sorry, gang. Have a blessed day. Now you talking about sorry. You call me twin. You call me gang. You have a blessed day too. You have a blessed night. Wherever you watching from. And if you part of gang, then you should know not to come at somebody like that. If you part of gang, you should know to come correct. Shoot. No disrespect. Bro, you came on straight disrespect, bro. You came on straight disrespect. Straight disrespect. Like, on a whole nother level. It's... Yeah, he's someone that's new. Like, I don't allow any cuss words in here or whatever. But I could tell he's not one of us. I pray that he gives his life to God and he changes his life around. I'm not even going to go there with him. But I'm like, maybe it's the lighting. I don't know. But it's crazy because guys at my job never once looked at me as a man with a wig on. And clearly you can't tell a cross-dresser if you saw one. So that makes me kind of nervous for you because that means you probably get with girls thinking they girls, but they're really guys because you can't tell the difference between a girl and a guy with a wig on. Because I look nothing like a man with a wig on. So you may want somebody to really show you what that looks like. Because it's not me. I'm far from that. Okay. Glory be to God. Thank you, Jesus. Anywho. Thank you, everybody else. Lemon water, really good to yes, lemon water is. In fact, I need to start drinking some lemon water. It's really, really good for digestion. It really is. It really, really is. Ouch. Will cleanse you really good. It really would though. You know that, and also I like to put cucumbers in my water. Like cucumber water is really good for flushing your body out as well. Myriad of benefits. Yeah. Yes, I love cucumber water. Infused water like blueberries, strawberries, grapes, all that is really, really good. I love that. I love that. Oops. Yeah, I love doing like cucumber water, blueberries, strawberries. I need to get back into doing it. I really do. I really, really do. Hey from New York. What's up, Graham? The lemon water in particular has a plethora of benefits. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm definitely gonna Hollywood Cole, what's up? I'm going there soon. Oh, to New York? Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna Google it. Chilling. How you doing? I'm doing good, doing good. Same thing. I'm just chilling, you know, just vibing. I just got home from work. Is it cold there? It probably is hecka cold in New York. Yo, literally, I was seeing reports about California getting gallons of water, and it has been very, very cold in California. Northern and Southern California. And Southern California, oh, Southern California, Thank you so much for that comment, Jay. Southern California has gotten a lot of rain, like a lot. It's snowing in NY. Shoot, I bet you guys are getting heck of snow. Miami is like 70. Wow. Well, isn't this kind of like hurricane season for Miami? Has the fires calmed down? Yeah, the fires, it wasn't as much this year. Uh, wow, 70 tonight? I mean, that's for me, that's really good. But for Miami, I mean, is that normal for the nights to be around 70? But yeah, the fires has calmed down here in California. It wasn't as bad this year. I think it's about to end. Oh, okay, I see. Is it about to get colder or a little bit warmer? Because I know the weather is always changing in Miami. Because, like, you guys get, like, the hurricanes or whatever. I don't know when hurricane season starts for you guys. Um, okay, it's a bit warmer. Okay. Um, it's like 25 in New York. Wow. Take that stuff off your head, LOL. I don't have anything on my head. What are you talking about, Joseph? And please refrain from cussing. Thank you so much. It's going to get warmer where I'm at in Florida. Dang, it's going to get warmer? That's crazy. Wow. I mean, a lot of New Yorkers, they go down to Florida because it's much warmer in Florida. So, but I would be thinking like around this time, Florida would be getting cold. It wouldn't still be warm. Don't listen to him. You look good, yo. Listen, I'm made in the image of God. I'm already knowing. This is social media at its finest. People come on and start hating. Like, I'm not tripping. I already know how I'm coming. I see myself every day in the mirror. I thank God for the imperfections and the perfections. I thank God. Not to sound conceited, it's just confidence. I know I look good, and it's because of God. It is not because of anything that I'm doing. You know, it's like the days of me being insecure is long gone. God really gave me a glow up, and can't nobody make me feel insecure. I know how I'm coming for real. Um, wait, we don't get many cold days in South Florida. That's crazy. I'm going back to GA for Christmas to be with my girlfriend. Oh, nice. Okay. How was that long distance relationship? I mean, I bet you guys miss each other. We had 2 days last week that was low 50s. It was, wow, low 50s. That's crazy. And okay, and you were in South Florida. Wow. Yeah, and doesn't, okay, Georgia, doesn't that snow in Georgia? Thank you so much for that. Yeah, we have a camp in Florida. Facts, you not tripping. God is good. I know that's right. He sure is. He sure is. I'm in Miami. Right. I know Miami is more warmer, but I mean, I have seen some videos. I don't know how true it is, but I've seen some videos where it was getting really windy in Miami. You seen the palm trees like moving and stuff, and it was really rainy. Uh, it's not bad because our states are next to each other. Okay, that's good. It did last year. Oh, why you skip my comment? You contradicted yourself. Wait, hold on. What is your name? You up to um the only comment I seen you wrote up to no good was laugh your butt off. That's all I saw. And you have to remember too that whatever you be careful what you write because sometimes YouTube would flag it before I could even see it. Um where are you at? I'm in Northern California. You don't need to say more warmer, then that's the point of saying. You don't need to say more warmer. That's the point of saying warmer. No, because when a city or a place is normally warm, sometimes it gets extra warm. So like California, we're known for fires and it being hot or whatever. And we getting like triple digits, like maybe like 110. But there's some times where it'll get up to like 115, like 117, and that's like extra warmer. So it's more warm than we're used to. That's like hot, you know. Uh so that's what I'm saying. You trying to call me illiterate? You trying to say I'm illiterate or something? No, I scrolled up. Like I didn't see that comment until now. I have went to see her over 10 times this year, LOS, so we always see each other. Oh, good, good. And of course we FaceTime every day. Oh, good. Callie in the house. Hey, okay, Graham. Yes. Yeah, I'm in Northern California. That's if there's a storm, but it can rain a lot since Florida is peninsula surrounded by water. Right, right. So California will be warmer than Colorado. Illiterate means you can't read. Mississippi be like that. Humidity is crazy hot. No, for real. Illiterate not only means you can't read, it also means you can't comprehend. And you know, I don't want to say you're slow, but it just you can't comprehend. But so is California warmer than Colorado? Isn't Colorado West Coast? And Colorado is more of a Colorado, correct me if I'm wrong, it's more dry land, it's more desert. I don't really know if they have any like bodies of water. I know they probably have lakes. So I would probably say certain parts of California can get as hot as Colorado, but I'm not quite sure because I don't know much about Colorado. That was an analogy. Colorado is cold. Oh, okay. But I don't okay, so California will be warmer than Colorado. Well, yeah, if it's normally cold in Colorado, then California, yeah, would be warmer. But if you're in Colorado and you're used to like, let's say 50 degrees and it gets like, or yeah, it gets like 50 degrees, but then it drops down to like 20, that's like extra cold. You know what I'm saying? It's really what I'm using is slang. So even if it's not proper English, I'm just using slang. I think Colorado has high elevation, which plays a part in its climate. Facts. Okay. The definition of illiteracy is unable to read or write. Bro, analogy. Okay. I'm gonna let you have that. Like, I'm not about to, this is not about to be an English class. Like, been there, done that. We understand you all the way. Thank you so much, Graham. I thank you so much. I mean, glory to God. That's why I rock with my people, because they know where I'm coming. Like, I was using California is warmer than Colorado as an analogy, not a question in conjunction to you saying more warmer. But I don't get it though. I don't get it though, because that's not a good analogy, because California is known as a state to be warm. And if everyone's on here is saying that Colorado is normally colder, so so that doesn't make sense that I would say that California is much warmer. Or yeah, you're a part of my people, Grayson, of course. Hold on, let me get another napkin, because my nose is running. You would just say that California is warmer than Colorado because Colorado is normally cold. Just like Utah. California is warmer than Utah because Utah, it snows out there. It doesn't snow in well, some parts of California it doesn't snow. And we don't get out to the negatives in California. So we don't get out to we don't get to the negatives here in California, but maybe in Salt Lake City or Colorado, you may be in the negatives. Bro, it has nothing to do with that. You slow as... That's what I'm trying to say. So now you're trying to say I'm slow. That's why I was... That's why I was saying that you're trying to call me illiterate. I said it because it's true. Analogy, not a question. You're actually analyzing it. But okay. Let me tell you something. It's funny how you call me slow, but you're trying to... When you give somebody an analogy, you're giving someone a comparison so they can understand what you're saying, right? Because you're not just throwing words out there, and which you said that what you're saying is true. And you're trying to prove what you're saying is true by what? Using an analogy. So I didn't understand what you were saying. I didn't take it as an analogy. I took it as a question. So instead of getting gangster with me and calling me slow as F because I didn't understand your analogy, why don't you say, hey, as an analogy, blase, blase, blase? Because what you're thinking in your mind, I'm not a mind reader. And I could be slow as F. At least I'm not rude as hell like you. Philly is so cold. When I was there, it was like -8. That's crazy. Martin, can we all... Let me just blow my nose. Don't listen to them, haters. Just get along, LOL. Oh, I'm getting along perfectly. It's up to no damn good as the one that's not getting along. I mean, his name says everything. He's up to no freaking good. But he want to try to give me a whole English class about analogies and all this other stuff. But yet, you up to no good. You know? I'm just going based off your YouTube channel name. You talking about up to no good. I just thought you were up to no good. Shoot. I can't take what you... with a name like up to no good, that means you're not doing good. So I can't take you serious. I'm going to have to... You feel me? I mean, shoot. That means you bad. You up to no good, you bad. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I'm going to analyze everything you say. You best believe I'm going to analyze everything you said because you up to no good. You could be telling me a whole lie. Shoot, up to no good. It's all in the name. What you mean? No, stop. I'm proving that you don't need to say more warmer. That's... I'm not getting gangster. You're right. I'm a little rude. You go, girl. They trying to troll. Yes, he rude. You sweet. Thank you so much. Being polite is free. It really is, though. Callie, as we see it, right? Nope, all truths. And that's fine. Like, bro, I'm not a geographical person. So if I'm speaking for California, like, that's all I'm saying. Like, and if I wasn't being politically or, you know, correct or whatever, who gives a rat's? Like, bruh, it's slang. Like, if I kept saying, I wish you could just skip to Friday. Man, I know that's right. If I was talking slang like, oh, you know, it's much warmer over there. And let's be real, there's people that do say, oh, it's much warmer over there. Or it's more colder over there. Like, you could say, no, it is not going to be a 3-hour stream. I'm about to get off in a minute because I want to make my tacos. You can say Alaska is more colder than California. There's nothing wrong with that. Much warmer or more warmer? Much warmer, more warmer. It's the same freaking thing. It is not too late to eat. Shoot, I'm hungry. Say that. They don't know nothing about slang. I mean, I'm saying, like, I've heard people say, oh, it's much warmer over there, or it's more warmer over there. Like, maybe y'all don't say it. I'm just messing with you. Now you just messing with me. So you call me slow. You already made me feel like I was illiterate. Just for at the end of the day, you talking about I'm just messing with you. I am breathing. That's why I'm talking, because I'm breathing. My breath comes from God in Jesus' name. I'm just coming at you. You just can't keep up. I'm coming at you. Calm down, sweetheart. Oh, baby, I'm calm down. Thank you so much, Anthony. I'm calm. See, he messy. Listen, it's all about interaction, how to keep this thing going, you know. I make y'all please refrain from cussing on here. Thank y'all so much, because I have minors that come on here, like 12-year-olds, and you know, so please refrain from cussing. And plus, I don't like that on my channel, so please refrain from the cussing. Thank you so much. Um, Tacos are gross. Depends on how you make the tacos. Um, no one can make you feel like anything. Right, because I don't give people that much power to make me feel like anything. God can make me feel like certain things. Like if I disappointed God, I feel sad because I disappointed him. If I made God happy, I'm happy. But when it comes to men, I can't no person make me mad. I allowed them to make me mad because I gave them that power and I gave them my peace. So, but you said I was making you feel slow and illiterate. Not literally making me feel, but you were coming off the way you kept correcting me about Colorado is colder than, or much warmer or whatever. The way you kept trying to correct me and stuff that I was saying, you were trying to, you were making it seem like I'm slow, in which you said it. You said I was slow as F. And then I was feeling like you were trying to make me feel illiterate, like, oh, I'm not speaking proper English. I was just messing with you. I know you were just messing with me. It's in your head, rent free. Make you feel, is that, um, oops, whoa. Oh, that was the right one. Okay, good. Wait. You didn't literally make me feel illiterate, because I know I'm not illiterate. I know I'm not slow. I know I'm not dumb. I know I'm not, is there some things that I could learn? Yes. Is there some things that I need to get more education on? Yeah, we should all remain as students. Thank you so much for subscribing. Don't ever get in a place in your life where you feel like you've made it, where you know everything, because God will show you otherwise. You good, G, calm down. Why does everybody keep telling me to calm down? Bro, I'm calm. I'm not like some people be doing on their lives. It's bruh. Never hate over here. Y'all, I could tell y'all ain't never met a woman that like comes at y'all, because y'all be thinking I'm over here not tripping. I'm not tripping. Y'all have not seen me trip. I'm good. Hold on. No, I'm going back. Trust me. I'm going back to all the things. Any tacos, Taco Bell, trash, Del Taco, trash. Okay, but Grayson, I'm not having any of those. I'm making my own tacos though. My tacos is regular taco shells, ground beef with the seasoning, and cheese and sour cream. That's it. And my tacos be bomb. But I'm not gonna bash Taco Bell though, because there's some things at Taco Bell that I would get. But um you're very smart. Nobody knows everything. Amen. I don't know too much, but a little. They are the slow one. Tell them to get a life. Why are they on your page then? Remember your handle name, God loves you. So, you know, we can't call them slow. We can't call anybody slow. You know what I'm saying? We can't call anybody slow. Unless they move slow. But when it comes to thinking, there's some people that don't, it takes a minute for them to process some stuff. And that's okay. We've all been there. You know what I'm saying? We've all been there. But that is true though. If you think whatever you think of me, whether that be a man or whatever, you ain't got to be on my page now. Is that a hickey? No. Bro, you missed my comment. When you was talking about the Taco Bell. Yes, you calm. You're so calm. Yeah, I just talk with a lot of passion, you know. But I'm not cussing. I'm just, you know, I'm not a weak woman. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna say my piece. Shoot. And I'm gonna stand on business. You gonna feel what I'm talking. Oh yeah. You gonna I'm not gonna, oh okay, and no. G- g- Ground beef don't go in tacos. Ask a Mexican. Let me tell you something. I'm not making tacos for Mexicans. I don't even represent tamales for Mexicans. Listen, unless you really have a true Mexican or Spanish person or Caribbean person, you will never really experience their food unless they cook it for you. And let's be real, if people really knew about Mexican food, they wouldn't like the actual Mexican food. Because it could be really spicy, or they could be eating some body parts of an animal that is. Because my grandma and my mom are both Panamanian. And when my grandma was alive, she used to suck on fish eyes. She used to eat fish like with the fish, you know, still there, and just cut the belly. And of course, when she cooks it, and she'll eat it right, just take the meat right out the fish, and it's still as a whole in a whole. It's the fish. She just takes her fork and starts eating out the fish. Literally, I can't eat like that. No, I'm not trying to see the head. I'm not trying to see the eyes. I'm not trying to see the tail. Uh-uh. You can just cook on stream. Hey Wig. Hey Bo Dragon, how you doing? A turtle is slow, lol. Right, but I still think turtles are cute though. Let me come wash your dishes. First off, these dishes are clean. They're on my counter. They're not dirty. And I do have some dishes in the sink, but I'm gonna clean them. Dang. Don't, let me tell you something. I can't stand when people try to act brand new. Don't act like you ain't never had dishes in the sink or sitting up in your dishwasher. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Graham was being sarcastic. You not calm, G. I am calm. How old are you? I'm 34. Let me guess. You're probably a 40s. You're probably in your 40s. You sweet. Stand on all 10. Period. I have to. I'm just playing. Ground beef does go on tacos. Right. When I make Americanized tacos. I don't know why people associate tacos with Mexicans. True Mexicans don't even relate to tacos. Like like, no, it don't. Ask a Mexican. Facts. Me too. Sushi. Ground beef tacos are Mexican American tacos. But why whenever people say they're about to make tacos, you guys always got to put it towards Mexicans? Like like tacos ain't got nothing to do with Mexicans. It ain't got nothing to do with Mexicans. Like come on. Real tacos have the real beef, like shredded beef or steak. I'm just playing with you. I don't wash them as I use them. Haters gonna hate and snake gonna hiss. Man, say that. Because that's where tacos came from. Yeah, dude. Sure don't. I'm gonna let you know right now. The tacos that Mexicans would make back in the day, Google where tacos came from and read it. Right. But the way that they make their tacos is not the tacos I'm talking about. So when I say I'm making tacos, it has nothing to do with Mexicans. I just want to make tacos with a taco shell, ground beef, cheese, and sour cream. That's it. I don't like, not with ground beef. Dang ain't a taco. Bruh, you just said that the Mexicans make their tacos with shredded beef or steak. Beef is beef. Sorry for spitting. Beef is beef, whether it's shredded or it's ground or whatever. You're just changing the look of the taco. Of course you're messing with me. I'm already knowing you're messing with me. You are very like technical with certain things. Like, bruh, just let bygone be bygone. You the type that will argue tomato. No, it's really tomato. No, it's tomato. No, look it up. It's tomato. That's your type. Yeah, of course you're laughing so hard. That's the way everybody makes them with ground beef. Come on now. I mean, like, it's just crazy to me. I don't do shredded beef or steak. I don't. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? I have returned, chat. I'm back. What's Rob? What's going on? Hey, Grayson. Potato. No, you are the type that will argue tomato. Look, you're talking about potato. Look. Actually, it's potato. No, it's tomato. No, it's potato. Girl, make your tacos. How you make them? I'm joking. I'm up late. I'm bored. Clearly. No, I told you my age. I'm 34. How old are you? Up to no dang good. Clearly, you literally up to no good over here causing some ruckus here on my live. Potato and tomato are the same exact thing. No, they're different. You guessed it. You're in your 40s? You're in your 40s? Bless me. I just subscribed. Thank you so much. Okay, you're 40. 1984. Okay. It's always them 40-year-olds that be trying to check a. I turn for the one next month. Oh, nice. Do you have any plans for your birthday? Do you have any plans? Bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. My birthday isn't until April. And I just plan on going out of town. That's all. That is it. That is all. And as far as me, Grayson, you wanted me to make my tacos on live. No, I don't do nothing for my B-Day. I just do it for my wife and kids. Okay. I'm 50. I got your back. You're so sweet. Thank you, Graham. Wow, I would never guess you were 50. I just buy. Okay. I'm 93. No, it's okay. I was about to say something to you, but I got a piece about it, so I just let it be. Like, I don't like the cussing, but I didn't feel a need to say anything. And the reason why I didn't feel a need is because the Holy Spirit was letting me know you were about to apologize for cussing. Plus, I mean, I used to cuss too. Like, I used to cuss too a lot. And I know everybody's in a different stage or whatever. So there's people that cuss and there's people that don't. But I caught it. Yeah, it's okay. Do you have a cold? Okay, so I don't have a cold, but my throat is a little bit like scratchy a little bit or whatever. But it's just my nose is running. My bad, your channel. Oh, I still do. I was in the army. Yeah. I know. That's why I don't try to judge people, because I was once there. I was cussing, I was smoking, I was drinking, I was doing all types of stuff. So I don't be like, okay, like, you're cussing, I'm gonna block you. Like, no. God humbles me and reminds me of when I used to cuss a lot. So I just give people the same grace that God gives me. Oh, Yeah, I used to blow big. I do all that. Well, Grayson, I pray you stop doing that. I pray you stop doing that because, yeah. And you Cali around all that. Right. But yeah, drinking and all that. Yeah. Well, I pray you stop drinking. Yeah, I here in California it's legal to smoke, and so there's a lot of dispensaries and stuff like that. But I can't stand the smell of weed. Like, I can't stand that smell. It bothers me. Like, it smells so bad. I do not like it at all. I use vapes. Oh, well, I pray. I just thank God you're about to get off the vape, Grayson. God's already working on you, so I thank God you love it. You love smoking? I pray God has you stop smoking too. It smells like heaven. No, it don't. No, it don't. You think it smells like heaven because you smoking. Watch. When you stop smoking and you for real stop, you for real make up your mind you done smoking, when you start to smell it, you're going to be like, wow, I smelled like that. I'm telling you. We did not come from God. I can't stand when people say that. We did not come from God. Don't play. Please don't. Please don't. Um, we blow big in NY. It's legal too. So nice. Yeah. Weed is. I'm already knowing the New Yorkers smoke heavy. I use fake weed in my music videos. That's why God has. That's why God doesn't want you doing music anymore because you don't need any of that. You're influencing people to do that, and yeah, every fruit bearing seed. Ugh. Well, weed is not fruit. Okay. Shoot. Weed is not from God. Weed is legal. No, it's not. I'm not about to go, but I'm not. This is what I'm not about to do. Whew. No, I ain't about to Google nothing. I ain't about to Google nothing when it comes to that. I'd rather Google is California more warmer than Colorado than Google that. But the vape feels neat. I'm not going to tell you to stop right now, Grayson, but just talk with God and he will when that day comes when you stop vaping, that's the day angels are going to celebrate and I'm going to celebrate and glory be to God. You're going to have a testimony. You don't want to be wrong about that. Weed is definitely a fruit. Weed is not a fruit, bro. Weed is not a fruit. If weed was a fruit, it'll be in the grocery stores. Especially after I'm done making music, I'm going to be stressed. No, you're not. You're not. A lot of weed smokers be like, oh, weed came from God. Like, weed did not come from God. Because that don't even make sense. God said in his word that we must be sober and be vigilant because the enemy roams around like a lion seeking who he can devour. If God has told us to not be drunk and to not and be vigilant and be sober, but then turns around and makes weed, that's crazy. And do you know that there's even if you go to a dispensary, yes, weed came from man. Because let me tell you how. Because there is a lab made weed now. I'm gonna be real. It's always been like that. It's always been like that. And let's be real. Marijuana is a plant, right? Because I have a book of an encyclopedia of herbs, and marijuana. It talks about marijuana, and marijuana is a plant. Okay, so the way that America and people have abused the marijuana plant to get high is illegal in other countries. Why is that? Because that was not the purpose of marijuana. That's equivalent to you doing shrooms or cocaine, you know, or a plant that if you roll it a certain way, or you light it a certain way, it gets you out of body experience, right? Um, it's not healthy for our bodies. Smoking can give you lung cancer, right? I thank God I've never got lung cancer. Thank you, Jesus. Um, but the way that America and people have abused the marijuana plant, marijuana was good for healing and for pain and relief and stuff like that, but in small doses. Once they found that they could get high from it, it was a wrap. Man took it and ran with it, and they sold it for profit. For greed, they were greedy. And now you got fake weed, where you got these dispensaries and these organizations that's combining different strands together and calling it a hybrid. And a lot of this, if you go to the dispensaries, a lot of the weed up in there is not tested. So you got pesticides, you got all types of crazy stuff on it. Uh, and let me tell you something. I have no problem with being wrong. Let me tell you, like I said before, I am always a student. Okay? Um, say that they didn't have labs in the 1600s to create weed. No, even if, okay, they may not have labs, but they started in the household. Let me tell you something. Back in the, let me just grab my book. Let me grab my book. You telling me to Google it? Let me go grab my book. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so this book right here is a Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine. Okay, Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine. It has over 550 herb remedies. Okay. Whoop! Oh my God. Let me read some of your guys' comments. Hold on. Um, they was smoking something in the Bible. They were not smoking in the Bible. They were drinking, but they weren't smoking. Don't ever put weed and coke in the same sentence unless you're from ATL. I'm gonna put weed and coke in the same sentence, and I don't care if I'm not from ATL, because it's the truth. A hybrid plant is by crossing two strands. Facts. We started outside in a ditch. Don't look like you getting off soon. 3 hours. No, Grayson, it's not. Here we go. She getting her book, yo. Here we go. Go to the page with the weed. That's where I'm going. And since we're about to be politically correct, up to no good, it's marijuana. It's not weed. Let me see. I never said they were the same thing. I know they're totally different. I know they're totally different. I was just saying it's equivalent to saying like coke gets you a high, but coke comes from a certain. I could have swore I seen something that said coke came from a certain plant or something. Um, let me see. Marijuana. Okay, that's like diseases. Okay, let's try. Let me try 182. That's 185. Oh, coca leaf. Okay, there we go. It does. Okay, that's what I thought. That's why I was saying, like, So because cocaine came from a leaf or whatever, they abused it. It was not meant for that. But they still get you a high though. But they still get you a high though. That was my point. The effects of them are different, but they still give you a high. You can't do coke and still be sober. Just like you can't do weed and still be sober. That was my point with that. Okay, so marijuana, here we go. Here we go. Marijuana. I'm looking at it right here. Let me see if I can show y'all. Y'all already see the plant. There we go. There we go. Okay, so y'all see it. So it goes back to history and folklore. In ancient Egypt, marijuana was used to treat inflammations of the eye and to cool the uterus. First records of marijuana use in India date back to about 800 BC, where it was recommended for congestion. Now let's go to the point. Okay, caution: marijuana is a controlled substance in North America. Okay, so let's go where it says that people are abusing it. So let me see. Um. So habitat and cultivation. Native to the Caucasus, China, Iran, and northern India, marijuana is cultivated the world over, both legally for the fiber and seeds and illegally for use as recreational drug. Um, Hold on, that wasn't it. In view of its long history as a medicinal treatment, it is hardly surprising that marijuana has, at one time or another, been recommended for almost every illness. And it goes down to the illnesses. Uh, Talks about laxative. It's good for laxative. Um, okay, that's not it. Let me go to the Let me. It's nowhere near the same. I wasn't saying they were the same, but they both give you a high. A coke high and a weed high, you a lie. I smoke weed and I don't do. You still cussing. Please refrain from cussing. You just apologize for cussing and you still cussing. Now you need to calm down, because this is how you know when someone needs to calm down when they're cussing. 850 BC, 800. It was eight, but that was in India though. That was in India. But marijuana started off in foreign countries. It was not. It was not out in America. Um, it's not in that book. No, it is in your face. What are you talking about? In my face? What are you talking about? I seen it in a different book, kind of like that one, but it's not it. This looks like the first time I was here. Can't find nothing bad. I did not cuss. You said that. You said the SHIT. Stop cussing, bro. Bro, weed was worldwide. It talks about that the marijuana started traveling worldwide. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. On my page, it's a cuss word. Thank you. Thank you so much. Um, and what do you mean I can't find nothing bad? Right, but all of this stuff right here, they weren't smoking it though. They weren't smoking it. They weren't smoking it. But hold on. That's not the only page where it talks about it. I do not need to smoke. Don't ever disrespect me like that. Don't ever disrespect me like that. Okay, let me see. Let's go to page 21 and then we're going to do 104. Okay, so it says 104, but I don't see nothing. Mm. Oh, I think I see. I see it. I see it. Okay, so no, I'm at these other pages, but I just want to show y'all. This is not the marijuana, but do y'all see how they have like these tinctures right here? Yeah. Nowhere in this book are you gonna find a swisher. Nowhere are you gonna find a backwood, because that's not how they did it. They were either doing it in teas, capsules, creams. Look, there go cream right there. Mixing it in drinks. That was my point when it came to the marijuana. You never seen them. The people in other countries, I'm not talking Jamaica, but people in other countries were not, when they used marijuana in the way it should have been used, it was not to get high like some people are doing here in America. Okay? They were using it for constipation. They were using it for certain things. But they weren't rolling blunts. They weren't blowing the house down. They weren't talking about, oh, you smoking on that loud. They weren't doing that. And I could have swore it had... Oh, see? That's why I was saying that, because that's another type of thing. And marijuana is Chinese, so it started off in China. Nothing new under the sun, Bible thumper. They were smoking out of pipes. Bro, you're talking about Americans, bro. The Indians smoking big time and still do. I'm not saying modern day Indians don't smoke or people don't smoke. But back in the country, back in the 800s and back in that time, they weren't talking about smoking the loud. They weren't using marijuana for clout. They were using, bro, it's right here in the book. They were using, so it says, in ancient Egypt, marijuana was used to treat inflammation of the eye and to cool the uterus. First records of marijuana used in India date back to about 800 BC. Famously, Queen Victoria took marijuana as an analgesic. I don't even know how to say that word. In the 19th century, the plant was a standard painkiller for menstrual pains and cramps. From 1840 to 1900, over 100 papers were published recommending marijuana. Over 100 papers were published recommending marijuana as medicine. As medicine. Not something that you do recreationally. Why do you think they legalized marijuana? Let me tell you something. You can go in a dispensary if you're 21 and up here in California, right? But all these other medications that not Percocet, but all these other medications you have to get a doctor's note from. You have to get a prescription. Why is that? How come they don't just make it where you could just go up in the stores and buy them? How come they don't do it like they do marijuana? Because it's fast money with marijuana. Marijuana doesn't have the effects like those other hardcore stuff does. But it still gives you an effect. That's why they have all these different ways to smoke. If papers were so good and even the Indians did it and these other countries did it and it was a good remedy, why are they now switching up to doing electrical vape? Why are they now switching up to where you could do it, out of a bong, out of pipes and all this other stuff? All this other stuff. When you go up in the stores to buy the stuff to roll the marijuana in, it talks about lung cancer. But wait a minute, weren't they smoking back in the day? According to y'all. According to y'all, how come they didn't get lung cancer? Wait a minute, how are people still getting lung cancer and they're smoking some plant that's supposed to be so good from God, but yet they still get lung cancer? They still get tongue cancer. They still get cancer on their face. Smoking cannabis or weed started at least 2,500 years ago, though the plant itself was used for thousands of years before that. Our closet ever from the years. Barely smoking now lit. Never met a person who smoked weed that had lung cancer. You've never met someone that smokes? First off, you learn about this in school. You learn about this in school. You learn about how when you smoke, whether that's cigarettes, whether that's anything you smoke, it could blacken your lungs. It can lead to cancer. I've been smoking weed since I was 18, but $1,000 I could hold my breath longer than you. Weed does have consequences when you burn it. Levels are low. Let me tell you something right now. You talking about I could hold my breath longer than you. You're trying to make this a competition. I'm in no competition with a 40-year-old. I'm in no competition with no married man with kids. Never in competition with anybody. So you probably could hold your breath longer than me. That proves absolutely nothing. Because when we look at each other's lungs, your lungs is probably blacker than mine. Okay. People that smoke weed always say, oh, weed doesn't do nothing for you if you smoke it. At the end of the day, if you feel like weed does everything, for you, then by all means you keep smoking. But as for me, I had to stop smoking. And if you try to sit here and say, oh, smoking weed is good for your health, that's a lie. If you feel like smoking was good for your health, I don't have asthma. I never had asthma. Glory be to God. I never had asthma. If you feel like smoking weed is good for you, by all means, you continue to smoke weed. I had to stop smoking weed because I had to level up. I was tired of my teeth being yellow. I was tired of my clothes smelling. I was tired of my walls turning yellow. I was tired of it. I was tired of my car smelling like smoke. I was tired of walking around like a casino. I was tired of it. And once I stopped smoking and drinking and all the other stuff I was doing, God blessed me with a business and he blessed me with a new car that I never once smoked in. It doesn't sound, that's not cigarettes. It's not cigarettes. I'm in my apartment, the same apartment you see these dishes in, I was smoking in these apartments. My walls turn yellow. When you smoke, your walls turn yellow. And what the part on the marijuana, the part on the marijuana that gets you high is the THC. So you could have a marijuana plant that does not contain THC and you will not get high from it. It's a THC that gets you high. But I'm trying to get to the point where the part where it was like, It said maybe it was on a different thing, because it was like bless me. Wait, was it? Okay, that's lemon. Ooh. Oh, it's 21. That's only because it mentions it. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to go back where it states that, where it states like because I'm not, now all of a sudden I'm not seeing it. Of course, when you're looking for something, you can't find it. I don't know. I can't find it. No, I don't come from monkeys and dogs. I come from I'm sorry, I don't come from monkeys and I don't need to go research my lineage. I read the Bible and I know my lineage from that. Glory be to God. I didn't come out crawling on all floors. That's one thing. Yeah, we have two different standpoints on that one. I'm not about to get into that. I'm not from here. No, I'm from heaven. I was born in heaven. I came from God. I didn't come from monkeys or donkeys or anything. Oh, well, I just blocked him. So, um, Oh, okay, hold on. I am not crazy. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what y'all was talking about, but um yeah, I don't like some of the stuff he was saying, so I'm like, it's gone. But yeah, I'm so I told him where he came from, literally. Um I was too busy trying to find where it said that other countries don't do marijuana like Americans do marijuana, but I can't find it. But see, I know a little bit. Honestly, I don't even know what you're talking about because I'm still on the marijuana. So whatever y'all were talking about, I don't know. They blowing back. Oh. But anyways, I gotta hop off. I gotta make my food and relax. But yeah, anybody that is watching the replay or that's watching my live, I know I'm low. I won't say I'm low key getting tired, but what happened to 3 hours? What happened to 3 hours, Grayson? But for anyone, I just want to make it very clear for anyone that is going to be watching my live on the replay, um, or anyone that comes back on the replay, because I got people that come back and watch it on the replay. If people smoke weed, people smoke weed. But you have to stop and ask yourself, why is weed so accessible? Why is alcohol so accessible? Why is all these drugs that give you an out of body experience that that give you an out of body experience? Why are they so accessible? Why is there a liquor store on every corner damn near in the hood next to a church? Why are there now popping up dispensaries everywhere? Why now all of a sudden they're making weed legal in all these states? Uh, you know, stop and ask yourself these questions. You know, stop and ask yourself this. Why is it so accessible? If you put your trust in man as far as going out and buying these marijuana strands because it sounds good or it looks good or it makes you feel good, it is a temporary high. And you think for a second because you smoke, uh, yes, vapes could mess you up. Anything that you are putting inside of your body, you even have to be careful with these prescription drugs from the doctors. You have to be careful with that type of stuff. You know, the stuff it's supposed. If you have to understand the pharmacia industry, if they made medicine that actually cures, they would not be $1 billion industry. The pharmacist will have no job because people will take these medicines and they will become healed and they won't need the medicine anymore. They don't get their medicine because you buy it one time. They get their they don't get money because you buy it one time. They get money because you repeatedly buy it and you buy it and you buy it and you buy it. Okay? You're dependent on it. So when you have someone that is sober that is telling you you shouldn't smoke because it can mess up your lungs, people that do smoke get defensive and say, well, I could probably hold my breath longer than you, or I can probably run faster than you, or this and that, this and that, this and that. When no matter how much you break it down, you're still, I can go, I bet you can't go a week without smoking. That's the big test. Because you could sit there and hold your breath for 60 seconds to a minute or 2 minutes. But my thing is, can you go an hour without smoking? Can you go 2 hours? Can you go a day? Can you go a week without smoking? If you can't go a day or a few hours without smoking, maybe not even a few hours, if you can't go 2 days without smoking, you have an addiction. If you can't go 2 days without smoking, you have an addiction. That's what the pharmacia industry wants you to be like. They want you to be an addict for marijuana. Now, once I started coming against marijuana, you see how the views dropped? Because no one wants to hear the truth. Nobody wants to hear the truth. I'm not judging anybody. I'm not passing judgment. And I'm not wishing harm on nobody. But the truth is the truth. When you walk with God, you walk in truth. When you walk with the enemy, you walk in darkness and you walk with a bunch of lies. He is the father of lies. Don't let anyone tell you smoking anything is healthy for you. Don't let anyone tell you popping pills, I don't care if it's coming from the pharmacy, is healthy for you. It's not. Popping pills all the time causes liver damage and kidney damage over time. Well, that once or twice a month, Grace, and I pray you stop vaping at all. Because even if it's once or twice a month, it's still a month. You're still doing it every single month. So think about over 2 years of doing it, 3 years of doing it, 5 years of doing it. Over time, you're 16 right now. When you get to be my age, I pray by then you stop. But if you still vape, think about all the days that and the years that you have put on your lungs, you have put on your throat, all the money you've spent for the cartridges and all that. Think about that. So for anyone that's watching my live on the replay, can't nobody tell you smoking marijuana is good for you. It's not. The way that the Chinese and Indians and all the other countries do marijuana is by teas, it's by creams, it's by ointments, it's by capsule pills, but it's in small dosages. It's not blowing back papers and pipes and all that and getting high because they just want to get high. There was a purpose, there was a meaning behind it. Modern day Americans get high because it feels good to them. It's not because their back hurts. It's not because they're constipated. Even with that, don't do marijuana to get high and say, oh, I have back pain, so I'm going to smoke marijuana. No, go to God first. We have healing in our hands. We can lay hands on someone. We can lay hands on someone and they can get healed from any type of pain. Now, you said you get them for free. No, why do you get them for free? Who is supplying you that? Whoever's supplying you that for free is not your friend. It's not someone that has best interest for you. It's not someone that is wishing you well. They're giving you free vape. Come on. As soon as I came against marijuana, the views dropped. That's okay. Because you could sit there and smoke your weed all day long. I sat there and smoked my weed. I knew the harm of it. I still was smoking. I knew the harm of drinking. I still did it. But even though you asked for it, them being the adult should not give it to you. Them calling themselves your friend should not be giving it to you. Or your family. They should not be giving it to you. It doesn't matter. I could ask you right now, hey, go kill somebody. Because I ask, are you going to go do it? No. Absolutely not. Bless me. So, with all that being said, weed does not come from God. The way that man is smoking weed does not come from God. Plants grow, right? Plants grow. And herbs is helpful for the body. But when you start to abuse the way that the plant is supposed to be used, that's not a mind of God. That's not the mind of Christ. That's an altering spirit that is perversion, and it's making you use it in the way it was not supposed to be used. Okay? I can even go into the revelation of what God gave me about marijuana, but I'm not even going to do that because that's for a whole nother live. I already been on here already for a long time. It's 10 minutes to midnight where I'm at, so I'm going to go ahead and head off. Thank you guys all for the likes, the comments, the subscribes. I appreciate that. I will try to hop on tomorrow night. Most likely I will be back on tomorrow night because I don't have to work. I thank you guys all for joining my live. Even the people that came on here and caused a ruckus. Thank you for coming on. God bless you. And I'm praying for each and every one of you guys. I love every one of you guys with the love of Christ. You guys have a blessed night. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Are you going to do a live in the middle of the day? So, probably not tomorrow. I'll probably come on a little bit earlier. I'm probably going to come on like around maybe 7, 8 o'clock California time. Probably around 7 or 8. But definitely much earlier than 10 o'clock. So yeah, it's probably going to be around 7 or 8. So turn on your post notifications so you guys know when I go live. But it's going to be around 7 or 8. Yeah, California time. So I will see you guys tomorrow.